Welcome to Reread, where I'm rereading through the expanded universe in chronological order. Folks, we are on the novel Shatterpoint by Matthew Stover. This is a book I have been looking forward to rereading because the first time I read it through, I did not like it very much, so I wanted to talk about it now. First off, the beginning, the opening is wonderful. Mace Windu has a dream about Geonosis. And he talks about how all these Jedi have these nightmares of Geonosis, the Battle of Geonosis, the slaughter of several Jedi Knights. And they still suffer from nightmares today. However, he doesn't have nightmares. He has this dream where he knows the Shatterpoint of the situation. Shatterpoint, the title of the book, is the point where you can a situation go two ways. And he says, man, if I would have not hesitated and would have killed Jango Fett and Dooku right then and there, then the Clone Wars never would have begun. You know, I could have stopped it all. I saw it, I knew it, and I didn't do it. And because of that, we have these Clone Wars. And it says, while most, Jedi wake up from their nightmare relieved, Mace Windu wakes up from his dream sad because in his dream, he always does the right thing. But when he wakes up, reality hits and he goes, no, I did the wrong thing. I thought that was really good. That was the only thing that was good. Let me be clear, I did go into this book with an open mind. I want to look at these books that I didn't like the first time through and honestly give them a second chance. This one is just as bad, if not worse, than I remember. Again, I'll say this, it's a perfectly good example of a great character from Star Wars wasted in a novel like this. The journal parts, the Dear Diary moments, he never keeps a journal in real life. You never see him keeping a journal, but here he keeps a journal. This book is over 400 pages long. I'd forgotten about that. That's probably another reason I didn't like it, because it's long and it drags out and it's boring. And it's almost like Matthew Stover had a bet that, hey, I bet I can get this to go 400 pages. Let me see how I'm going to do that. I'll just waste a bunch of time. The story basically is Depa Billboa goes into the jungle, and this jungle planet that Mace is from, and sends a message to the Jedi Council going, I'm not insane. I am a Jedi that's gone sane. And of course she's crazy. The jungle has claimed her. The darkness has claimed her. She is the jungle now. And Mace Windu goes, well, that's screwed up. I'm going to go get her. And so he goes on a mission to go get her. Now, during the Clone Wars, you think we talk more about the Clone Wars. No, the Clone Wars happens at the last quarter, the last 100 pages or so, maybe 80 pages of this book. The Separatists decide to take on the planet, and then the fighting tribes. It's a planet where there's a bunch of tribes that are infighting. It's called the Summertime War. It's very dangerous. When he goes to find Depa, there's this leader that's holding her who can meld invisibly with the Force. The Force is kind of like the Force, but the Force of the dark side, because there's so much hate and blood and anger and, wrath, I don't know what it is. All the terrible dark side emotions are on this planet, and so the Force kind of become a funnel for the dark side, and everything's really clouded on the planet, so he can't see this guy as he runs through the jungle. But Mace loses on purpose to a fight, a fisticuffs fight with him, and lets the guy take Mace's lightsaber because Mace can track his lightsaber in the forest. Okay. Oh, and by the way, his lightsaber needs a charger in this, which I thought was really weird. We never hear about a charger unless you're looking at Luke Skywalker's lightsaber from Splinter of the Mind's Eye. So I don't know where that came from. That was kind of out of left field. One thing I did enjoy, there is a lot. Give it to Matthew Stover. I'll tip my hat to him. He did a lot, or at least two that I could see, comic book references to past adventures of Mace Windu from Dark Horse comic books, and Depa Billboa, and mentions other events that had happened in those, and those are really good. Those are really nice, because I can't remember which comic book it is. I want to say it's Jedi Council Acts of War or something. They of course, when he and Depa, maybe Republic, I can't remember, but anyway, they go on adventure together. That is mentioned in this. Anyway, Depa this is kind of cool. Her little piece of illumination dot or whatever has been, she had it scarred or cut out, or she cut it out, and so she's looking all wild. And part one, this is in 3 parts too, I forgot about this because it's so huge. Part one is like he finds her, but then part 2 it begins like, oh, that was just a vision, that wasn't really her. Oh, okay, I don't get the point of why we saw it first, but there's a Force vision of her or whatever. which I thought was really dumb. There's Nick Rastu. He tries to be funny. He's not. There's a lot of references to things that we have here on Earth. I mean, not that they couldn't have these things in the Star Wars expanded universe, but he talks about this is more people. There are more people lined up for this than an all-you-can-eat buffet. Really? All-you-can-eat buffet? And then one time he's like, "What are you waiting for, Nick? Flowers and candy? Flowers and a box of candy?" Yeah, that we give each other on Valentine's Day, or that you give to a sweetheart. Is that really what they do on Coruscant too? I don't know. Some of those things were like too kind of close to home, not really sci-fi enough. And I'd forgotten about that, but that was bad too. The jungle and the weird force thing going on there that was clouding Mace's mind. Mace almost went sane, which is the new insane or something. I don't know. But the reason Depa stayed is because she knew if she stayed, maybe she could slow down or eventually stop this summertime, stop some of the killing that's going on this planet. She must abandon the Clone Wars, which is on a galactic scale of death, for a planet scale of death. And they try to, like, at the end, Mace kind of says, "I understand what you mean." Now I don't. I still don't. He captures the big bully. He captures Depa because Depa defies him at the end and almost tries to kill him. So he takes her in. She says, "I quit being a Jedi." He said, "Well, you're going to come to the Jedi Council and get tried anyway." She's like, "Maybe. I don't know where my future lies." He went, "Well, you'll have to decide that for yourself, under arrest." Man, I mean, I don't know what it is about Clone Wars novels, but I mean, it's just one strikeout after the next here. When you talk about the big hardback novels, really not that good. Just as bad as I remember the first time, and that's a shame because I really went in there with high hopes to see maybe I'd change my mind on it, but I didn't. All right, folks, see you next time.